Well, South Africa has filed a case against Israel at the International Court of Justice. It describes Israel's actions in Gaza as genocide in character. More than 21,000 people have died after 3 months of relentless Israeli bombardment. But for more on this, I'm now joined by Oscar van Heerden, who's a senior research fellow for African diplomacy and leadership at the University of Johannesburg. And thank you so much for joining me for this discussion, Oscar. Good morning to you. The significance of this, official filing by South Africa against Israel. What do you think it means?
Good morning, Tamila. It's a very, very significant step that has been taken by South Africa. As you know, the International Court of Justice is a court of the United Nations that settles disputes between countries. It's very different from the ICC, which is the International Criminal Court, which usually focuses on the individuals perpetrating war crimes and so on. So it's very significant for South Africa to have taken this step. It's a big and bold step, but I'm sure many people will agree a necessary one.
I mean, as I've mentioned before in my intro, Oscar, in the application, South Africa had described, Israel's actions as genocidal in character because they intended to bring about the destruction of a substantial part of the Palestinian nation, racial and ethnical group. What are some of the steps that then we can expect to be taken by the court?
Well, there's two things that South Africa has placed in its application. The one is to request that the application is treated as urgent because they want the court to actually put a stop to the ongoing conflict. So the court must express itself on the ongoing conflict. Israel and the Israeli government has refused to adhere calls from international bodies, from countries for a ceasefire. And South Africa is hoping that due to the urgency of the application and the ongoing violence meted out against the Palestinians in Gaza, that they actually say to the Israeli government they need to cease the conflict so that talks can ensue.